Hey guys, how's it going? I'm here today to do a really quick review on some Karity products I got. I literally have to leave for work in like 10 minutes. Okay, so if you guys saw my Will I Buy It video, I got super excited about their 90s collection, specifically the eyeshadow palette. So I did buy it. I really like the packaging. It's got an alien. I was obsessed with aliens when I was in, like my tweens, early teens. This is the inside of the palette. I'm gonna do some swatches for you guys of just a few of the shades. Okay, so here's some of the mattes. They're not swatching super great. You hear crinkling, I'm grabbing a wipe out, sorry. They swatch a little patchy. Application-wise, they're not as pigmented as I would want. This is definitely a formula that you have to build up, at least the colors that I've used, which has been, I've used all of these actually. The only one that doesn't really need to be built up is this orange color. One of the shades that I was really excited about was this like neon green or neon yellow shade, and that's it. It underwhelmed me. This entire palette kind of underwhelmed me. And I'll explain why. So with the mattes, you have to like build them up, which is fine, but let's be real. If I have to spend a ton of time building a shadow up, I'm not gonna reach for it in the future. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want makeup to be stressful. I have found that the formula for the shimmers is not consistent across the board, which is too bad. Because one of them is actually pretty nice. It's the one that I have on my lids today. So these shimmers, what I'm noticing though, is that they're just not sorry, I know I'm not looking at the camera right now. I'm looking down to swatch. Here's the shimmers. This is the one that I really like. It's beautiful. It's nice and foiled. But then when you look at these, they just kind of lose their magic. So what am I trying to say? With a good shimmer, what I want is a metallic look, okay? I typically always wet my brush when I'm using a shimmer formula because I want to foil it. So that is, if you enjoy a more metallic look and you want this palette, that's the best way you're going to get it. But even then, it's not as metallic as a lot of other shades are. So I guess in that regard, and that's just personal preference, this palette was just underwhelming. I know I keep saying that. But I was thinking that it would be kind of a dupe for ABH Prism and Subculture kind of combined, and it just isn't. Subculture was incredibly pigmented, and that actually made it really hard to work with because you would place the shadow down and it would not blend out. Whereas this is like on the opposite end of the spectrum. So they're just not pigmented enough. So I would like this color story in a happy medium, I guess, formula-wise. I think that's all I really wanted to say about that. It's, if we're doing like a 5-star rating scale, it would probably get like a 2.5. Like, it's not the worst palette I've ever used, and it's not the best. It's just kind of right down the middle. Now, I guess, under what circumstances would this be a good palette for you? If you prefer shadows that aren't really pigmented, then I think this is a great option for you, because the color story is fun, and you can create some really cool looks with it. So it's just personal preference, you guys. I prefer more pigmented mattes and more metallic shimmers. So like I said, if you like mattes that aren't super pigmented, and if you like shimmers that just give like a wash of like a sheen, then these would be amazing for you. So on my lids today, I've got this as my transition shade, and then I've got this to darken up the crease, and then I've got this on my lid, and I put a little bit of this on my outer V, but it just kind of fluffed away. So yeah, that's that. The next product though, so the next final three products, what am I trying to say? The rest of the products I did like. I got one of their blush bombs in Pow Pink, and oh my gosh, I love it. Like, I bought this hoping that this would be a dupe for the Too Faced Love Flush blush and Justify My Love. So let's just do a little swatch. It might be, it might not be. Nope, it's not. So not dupes. This is Too Faced, this is Karity. But applied on the cheeks, that's what I have on my cheeks today, is the Karity blush, and it's gorgeous. I absolutely love it. I was a little apprehensive about this highlighter. Like, in the pan, it's just kind of underwhelming. And I was like, that's not really going to do anything for me. But it is really pretty. Really pretty. It just gives this really beautiful ethereal sort of glow. So this I would totally recommend. These, I think they're like $15. The deep shade in here, it's pretty deep, and so with my skin tone, I just need to be careful not to use a heavy hand. I actually went pretty ham on this when I wore it the first time, and I went to work and I was just like, oh, like I didn't notice that it was so deep until I went into the bathroom and looked at myself, and it was, wow, it was super intense. So those are those shades. I mean, that highlight, oh, it's so pretty. So I want to get another one of these that would complement my skin tone. I think there's like a peach blush one. Okay, the next product that I actually loved is their lip gloss. I got the shade Molly because, of course, that's the shade that I'm going to choose. Hello. But here is a swatch. It's incredibly pigmented. It's not sticky. Like, it does not give you a sheer wash of color. It's giving you color, okay? Which I do. I really like opaque glosses like this because it gives me the color that I'm looking for in a comfortable formula. So definitely would totally recommend these. I plan to pick more of those up. I've also noticed that it wears off really comfortably. It's not too crazy. Like, it doesn't leave that ring of like skin cells and product on your inner lip. You know what I mean? That stuff is gross. This doesn't do that. And then I also got their liquid lipstick. I'm like winded because I'm talking so fast. I have to leave for work. I also got their liquid lipstick, it's the mattes. It's their form of a liquid lipstick in the shade Fade Out. So these are really similar in tone, obviously. I really enjoy colors like this. What I'm noticing about this, it's a pretty thin formula. It's relatively comfortable. And it looks really good for like 2 hours. And then my lips started to get kind of dry. So knowing that, I mean, if you can tolerate liquid lipsticks, or if you don't mind like doing that, that was my timer to go to work. So I'm going to wrap it up. If you don't mind putting a liquid lipstick on and then, you know, once it starts to get kind of dry, topping it off with a gloss, that's what I usually do. And it works fine. So, which I guess kind of defeats the purpose of a long wear liquid lipstick. We buy those because we want them to last for a long time, you know, at least like 4 hours, I would say. And this one doesn't do that. I mean, that's not true. It does last. It just maybe doesn't look as good as it could. So yeah, in a nutshell, the liquid lipstick is a good liquid lipstick. Now, I'm not somebody who is obsessed with liquid lipsticks. I'm really picky about them. So keeping that in mind, like, I think this is comfortable, so it's got to be pretty comfortable because I don't typically like them at all. And then the gloss is awesome. That is my quick, super pressured review on the Karity products that I purchased. This was my first experience with Karity. I will definitely repurchase some of these products or try other products of theirs. So yeah, so far I do really like the brand. And every brand has products that you like and products that you don't. They may have other eyeshadow palettes that are amazing. You know what I mean? Like, it all just depends. So yeah, that is what I have for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.